Hello and welcome back to another episode of the Totally Unqualified podcast. I am joined today by probably the greatest co-hosts in all of podcastery. Is that a word? Podcasting?
Podcastery.
Podcasting.
I like that. It is.
I like podcastery. Of course, I'm joined by just the amazing duo of Gage Hall and Luke Rosenthal. How are you guys doing today?
I'm doing well. I'm doing fantastic. I head out tomorrow for Wisconsin. Excited about that. But for now, I'm here with you guys.
I envy you, Gage. That's crazy. Doing great. Just had an oatmeal cream pie.
Nice.
Freddie Van Vliet hit a dagger on the Sixers to put them over. What else is new? Raptors hitting daggers in Philly. So yeah, doing great as always. Always.
Would have been better if it was Lowry, be his hometown.
Yeah. A lot of things would be better if Kyle Lowry was still on the team.
He's got a chip. He can't, I feel like in the NBA, as hard as it's to win a championship, once you got your one, like you're just happy. You're like, all right, I got it. Especially those veteran players, veteran players that've been there for a while. All right. So you guys know the deal. Starting it with a guess that player. It's going to be NFL, as it always is. This time around, it's going to be a little combo of what we've done. Usually it's been either I give you hints or you can ask me questions. I'll give you 3 hints, 3 pretty broad hints in my opinion. And then you guys can ask me whatever questions after that.
Sounds great.
So let's start out here. He was a 2nd round pick in 2001. Okay. He is currently not playing. He's not playing. He's retired.
Drew Brees.
Okay. Damn it. Fuck.
Let's go.
Yes. Yeah. What's your race?
Let's go.
That's wild.
Damn.
That would be the one that I would get. You know what? I cannot get any for the rest of the year, and I will be perfectly fine with getting that one.
That was fucking awesome. Good shit, Gage.
Oh man, I was you were the person I was referencing before we start recording. I was like, Gage, if you don't get this, I was
literally as soon as you said 2nd round pick in 2001, it was already in my head.
Yeah. I was like, that's why I took out the Purdue, because I feel like if I would have said Purdue after that, you would have gotten it like that. Yeah. My other hints were drafted by the San Diego Chargers, which a good amount of people still don't know that he played for the Chargers.
Yes.
At the beginning of his career.
Sped put in the Discord yesterday, like somebody's comment on TikTok saying that we traded Phillip Rivers to the Chargers for Drew Brees.
Do people just not know this story?
Unaware. I guess not.
This is because that's like one of the craziest stories ever. Like Drew Brees was considered I don't know if he was considered a bust. I think it was just he was injury prone in San Diego.
Yeah, and his shoulder injury was to the point that they weren't even sure if he was going to be able to play anymore.
Yeah. So that's why they went and had drafted Phillip Rivers. Actually, they drafted Eli.
Eli. I was like, nah, I'm not playing.
Nah, I'm not going to San Diego.
Nah.
Eli, why don't you want to go to San Diego? We made the decision with my family that I just, I don't want to go there. Well, that gives us no information whatsoever.
Worked out pretty well for him, though. Can't even knock him at this point.
They need to get Phillip Rivers on the Manning cast. I need to hear more.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Because that's one of the craziest. That's one of the craziest stories ever. Because if all went chalk, if Eli Manning went to San Diego, the Chargers wanted the Giants wanted Roethlisberger. And the Giants, the Giants wanted Roethlisberger, and the Steelers would have ended up with Phil Rivers. So that's
how things could have changed.
Just think about that. That's crazy. That's crazy.
You think
anyway?
Real quick. If Phillip Rivers is on the Steelers, do you think he's as successful as Big Ben Roethlisberger is?
I think so.
As successful might be a little bit hard, but I think that he definitely he's got a chip under his belt.
Yeah. I feel like, in terms of talent, I don't think Phil Rivers is that far behind. No. Yeah.
I think maybe the mobility earlier in Big Ben's career.
Yeah, that definitely helped.
Big Ben wasn't great early in his career. He threw a lot of picks.
Exactly.
A lot of picks early in his career. I love that what if stuff. I know we've talked about doing a what if episode. That would be pretty cool if we did that. Because I just love talking about scenarios like that. Yeah.
Maybe.
Oh, little teaser. All right. But let's get down to it, guys. If I can find the outline because I'm so disorganized. All right, there's. Yes. So big news today. Huge news. guys, I went on Instagram. I gotta say, these graphic designers are getting really good at jersey swaps because every jersey swap I saw of Cam Newton in the Panthers jersey as he was signed to the Carolina Panthers today looked real. It looked like he had been there.
Real.
It looks so real. It was 3D. Yeah, but anyway, as I finish that stupid joke, he signed a deal worth up to 10 million, $4.5 million guaranteed, $1.5 million roster bonus. Yeah, I mean, Cam Newton returns to Carolina. He reportedly, this actually just came out, that he turned down offers from the Seahawks and the Texans. He ends up getting signed, going back home to Carolina. Luke, we'll start off with you. What do you think of this?
You know that Avengers line where Thanos is like, you couldn't live with your own failure. Where'd that lead you? Back to me. That's exactly this scenario. They couldn't live with their own failure. And here comes Cam Newton. This is like a power play for the Panthers because they're trying to make a playoff push. I don't know if they have the squad. I don't know how they have the squad. I know Cam Newton's never played with a wide receiver core like this with DJ Moore and Robbie Anderson, Tommy Tremble, who's coming up, and then CMC is coming back from injury. I don't necessarily think this changes the outcome of their season, especially with Cam couldn't beat out Mac Jones, and I know Mac Jones, he's not anything crazy as of yet. He's having by far the best rookie season out of any of the quarterbacks, but that's not saying a lot. He couldn't beat him out, so it's like, is he that much of an upgrade over Sam Darnold? Yes, he is, but I don't know how it's going to play out. By the way, your MVP pick, Jake, just went way downhill real quick.
I know. It went up. It went up. And I was like, oh my God, I'm looking like I got people that went back to my TikTok after like week 3. And they were like apologizing to me. They were like, oh shit. Like he might actually like, damn, this is looking really good right now. And then just face planted.
Yep.
Fell off a cliff. Terrible. Yeah, I think we can all say, I mean, we all knew this was going to be like the prove it year for not for Cam Newton, for Sam Darnold.
Yeah.
Like whether he was actually good or not. I don't know what happened after those 3 games, but yeah, he's not good.
Christian McCaffrey,
probably. Yeah.
He doesn't have a safety net.
It's not good. He's not good.
Yeah.
So, but Gage, what do you think of the signing?
He can't be worse than Darnold. So I think he's definitely capable of getting them a few more wins than Sam Darnold could have, or than PJ Walker would have been able to. Obviously, PJ Walker is still going to start this week against the Cardinals, so that'll be interesting, I suppose. But I think I don't know. I don't hate it. I mean, I certainly am not happy with it as a Saints fan because I think that he does give them a little bit of an edge. What happened, Jake?
Oh my God, the Ravens are throwing this game away. They, I don't know who, I think it was Sammy Watkins, caught a slant from Lamar Jackson and fumbled it. Xavier Howard picked it up and ran it back for a touchdown.
Yeah, we are recording this during Thursday Night Football, so we might have some reactions here and there as the Ravens are just absolutely tossing this game to the Dolphins.
Yep, I see it right now.
But as far as Cam Newton goes, I think it's really interesting that he didn't accept those offers from both the Seahawks and the Texans. And I feel like a lot of that has to do with the situation. I think for the Texans, he didn't want to go into a situation that we all know right now is totally up in the air, basically abysmal. You don't want to go there. You're not really going to win games. And who knows how long it could take them to get back to a good place. And as far as the Seahawks go, I think that he knew going into that situation that it was just going to be a short-term thing. He was going to go into it for a few weeks, and then obviously Russell Wilson was going to come back, and he was going to be the starting quarterback. And I don't think he was really wanting to sit on the bench. So he knew coming back to Carolina, one, I'm sure that, he's still probably got a house and stuff in North Carolina, I would imagine. So he's probably not far away. And then he knew coming into the situation with the way Sam Darnold has been playing and stuff like that, that he could come in, start, and potentially keep that starting job. So I think that has a lot to do with why he decided to take this meeting today.
Do you think if Cam leads the Panthers, maybe let's not say the playoffs, let's say maybe like a 9-8 record, like around 500, do you think they keep him going into next year? Because I think he's a better option than Sam Darnold.
Yes.
And with the bad quarterback class coming out,
unless Cam Newton plays absolutely horribly or something like that, I think he could play literally as well as Sam Darnold the past few weeks and keep that starting job just because of the upside of his legs.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Does he really have the legs anymore though?
He was still using them with the Patriots.
Yeah.
He led rushing touchdowns for
Mhm.
quarterbacks.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. He could run it in for a touchdown. Like he could run 10 yards in the red zone.
Yeah,
I
he's
don't
not
know.
Lamar Jackson. Like,
No,
I
he's
mean,
not
yeah.
breaking off 30, 40-yard runs anymore.
yeah,
Though.
Yeah.
he's not trucking guys or anything like
No,
that.
I know. Cam Newton was Shaq in his prime. I want to like in Cam Newton's prime. I want to say in Cam Newton's prime when it was really just like a year or two was like 2015, 2014. But man, was he a specimen. Holy shit. But yeah, about this signing, I think it's good for the Panthers. Really couldn't get much worse. Like you guys said, you guys pretty much covered all the bases. It's kind of a no risk thing. You know, there's no risk to this because even if he sucks, like Panthers fans are still happy to have him back.
Yeah.
So there's really no downside to this. I definitely think a 3-year-old could see has more talent than Sam Darnold. Like that's not a shocking revelation.
Even if it doesn't work out, I feel like people aren't going to be mad about it.
No.
You know what I mean? This is what they wanted. They asked for this. If it doesn't happen, then it is what it is.
Absolutely.
And next week, the Washington football team and Ron Rivera comes to Carolina, so there's a little story brewing there.
That would be fun to see. I wonder if this offense is was he no, he never worked with Matt Rule, right? He was cut before Matt.
He was cut right before.
Okay. So I wonder how drastically different the offense is. That's going to take him a couple he still knows the players. Like he was there with DJ, he was there with
DJ Christian.
C-Mac, So I mean the chemistry's there. Yeah, it's just going to be
literally been like a year and a half since he was on the Panthers. Believe it or not. I feel like it feels like a lot longer at this point, but it's not.
Yeah. I feel like as soon as we see him like as starting quarterback of the Panthers again, it's going to be like
this makes sense. Yeah.
It's going to be like he never left. It's going to be like, oh, he wasn't starting the first 10 weeks of the season. Like, it just looks like he's back in his home.
Still not the best Cam in the NFC South though.
No. Okay. All right. Right now, yes, probably. Cameron Brate, obviously.
Yes. Harvard graduate, by the way.
Yes. So other pretty big signings today. OBJ decided to, shack up with the Rams as everybody. I mean, the Rams are just becoming, the Brooklyn Nets at this point. Like everybody's signing with them. Actually, it was going a little more closer to home in the LA Lakers doing the same shit. I mean, OBJ with the Rams, I don't know, some Cooper Cup fantasy owners out there worrying a little bit. But Gage, what do you think? How do you think this impacts their team?
As far as the Rams go, like he can't hurt. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You had that wide receiver 3 and OBJ, and he's still a very solid target. And I think it gives, Van Jefferson has been pretty solid up to this point, but obviously I think at least Odell Beckham Jr. clearly has a lot more to offer than Van Jefferson does at this point. So they are clearly going all in. I can't, knock them for what they're trying to do, especially with them getting rid of all of their draft picks, because this is it. This year and like next year are the time for them to really make this push to try and win a Super Bowl. And they're clearly very serious about it. And I think that they could. I mean, they've got a really solid team. They didn't look great last week against the Titans, but I still think that, clearly they are one of the top teams in the NFL right now.
Yeah. I mean, the Rams are making these power play moves. Von Miller last week, this week, OBJ. It's kind of weird though, because I thought OBJ left the Browns. He wanted nothing to do with the organization because he wasn't getting used the right way. He wasn't getting touches. He wasn't, getting the opportunities to be OBJ. And it's weird that he went to the Rams because I don't know how involved he's going to be with Robert Woods there, with Cooper Kupp there, with Darrell Henderson, who's having a really underrated season. I don't know how big of a factor he's going to be. It kind of showed his real motives here was OBJ is a star. He needs the spotlight on him. He needs to play in a big market. And I think the final 2 teams were the Rams and the Green Bay Packers. Yeah. And it all came down to, do you want to play in Hollywood or do you want to play in fucking Milwaukee, Wisconsin? Yeah. Give me LA all day, baby. Go Gage.
I've been saying for the past week, I really don't think it was as much about touches as people think, or about targets as people think. I think right now he's ring chasing, and I'm going to go off on a little bit of a homer situation right here, but this is genuinely what I think. It's not just because I'm a Saints fan. I think that Odell Beckham Jr. will be a New Orleans Saint next season. And I think the reason for that is because he and Sean Payton had some conversations, obviously, and Sean Payton talked to him about both short term for like the rest of the season and a long-term situation, keeping him around for, however many years to come. So I think part of that conversation was like, look, we can't offer you a lot of money right now. We're not in the best situation with all of our injuries to go win a Super Bowl. Go ring chase for a year. He signed a 1-year deal with the Rams. And then next season, he's going to be a free agent again. We're going to be healthy and have the weapons to put around him to be in a better situation to potentially make a run. That's my thought on it.
Yeah.
I don't think that. I think that's exactly where my mind went to with the signing. He's back in the spotlight. I think he's completely he just wants a ring at this point. I don't think he's looking to sign long-term pretty much anywhere else. I do see the Saints as probably his most likely destination in the offseason. If the Patriots don't snatch him up, if they have the cap space for him, which I'm not sure if they do. But yeah, I mean, this is good for the Rams. You can't say it's not. I mean, the Rams are just spoiled at this point. They're spoiled. Like Van Jefferson was not only like a solid wide receiver 3, he was a really good wide receiver 3.
Yeah.
He had been doing some really great things. I mean, he's still going to be that deep threat. OBJ can run, but Van Jefferson's like crazy fast. So he'll still be that, stretch the field guy that comes in 1 to 2 plays a game. But as far as like over the next 2 weeks, I think this next game, obviously he's still going to be the wide receiver 3, but like in a couple weeks or so, you probably don't want to have him on your fantasy team anymore. Like he's just not going to have much for you to do, have many targets anymore. But yeah, if Odell gets a ring here, I think this would have been a success. And honestly, as much as I hate the Rams, I do think they're clearly the best team in football right now. And, if Odell goes in the offseason with a smile on his face, feeling the best he's ever felt, going after winning the Super Bowl, I think we can finally get that Odell that we saw in New York back, which is like, I don't know if you guys feel this way. I feel like the NFL was robbed of the prime of Odell. Like Odell was supposed to be the superstar that had the spotlight on him. He was drafted into a big market. He had everything going for him. He's making these crazy catches that nobody's ever seen before. Just doing these things. He had all the tools that you could possibly have. He was fast. He was a good route runner. He could catch everything. He could jump, like 50 inches in the air. Like he had everything going for him. And he goes to Cleveland. I think he had like 1,000-yard season. And then just, kind of does nothing else because of the injuries. So I think if he's feeling good, he gets his ring, goes in the offseason feeling healthy, feels great, happy again. And I feel like he would be really happy to be back in Louisiana, be back in New Orleans. And I think that we finally kind of get those years back. We get that Odell back. I think he would light it up. How Michael Thomas feels about that, we don't know. But I actually feel like they'd be a good 1-2 punch, kind of like Chris Godwin and Mike Evans in Tampa.
Yeah, that's a good
I feel
comparison.
like they both bring different things to the table.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if he was necessarily ring chasing, because if he was ring chasing, his ass would be in Green Bay, Wisconsin right now. But he just wanted the spotlight. OBJ, the spotlight's always going to be on you, man. We'll see you week 12. Just the Green Bay Packers always just
when he puts up 200 on you guys. When he puts up 200.
Yes. Also, I just want to say, after this, like, we can't take reporting on where a player is going to sign seriously anymore. We cannot, because yesterday it was, he just cleared waivers. He's going to sign with the team. Oh no, he's going to wait till tomorrow. No, he's going to wait till Sunday after the games. Oh, he's narrowed his 3 teams down to the Chiefs, Saints, and Packers. None of this shit is real. Nobody knows anything. Okay. So it always gets me too, because now I got riled up because I thought Odell Beckham was coming to the Packers. Well, you'll always get like sunk right back in, but like, we just got to be cautious, because these reporters, they really don't know anything until, obviously the move is made.
An official report.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
There's no, it doesn't hold any weight.
Yeah. As soon as I heard, contender and looking at the Seahawks in the same sentence, I knew he wasn't coming to the Seahawks, because those two are just not those two do not deserve to be in the same sentence this year, even if we do have Russ coming back.
Yeah.
All right. By the way, guys, just want to, talk about an app that, we all know and love, Overtime. We say it every podcast. It's because we believe it. We got some big things coming for them. So if you want to, with them, so if you want to get ahead of that, go ahead and download the Overtime app. If you use the link in our bio, you don't have to use the link in the bio. We just want you guys to have it, because it really is a great app. Just go ahead, use that link in the bio. It supports the podcast. If you don't want to use that link, by all means, just go and download it on the App Store. But it's a great app, and just want you guys to be prepared for when we announce some big things to come in the future. Just a little teaser there.
A quick shout out to the Overtime graphics team. I don't know if you guys follow them on Instagram. If you don't, or not Instagram, Twitter or Instagram. If you don't, definitely go do that, because their graphics that they've been posting about the OBJ, different jersey swaps. I saw one over the Golden Gate Bridge. It was sick. They're definitely got some talented people over there.
Yeah, they definitely do. Oh shit, I'm looking at them now. Damn.
Right?
Damn. All right. Yeah, that's another reason, guys. This company's insane. Anyway. All right. Let's move on here. All right. Week 10 game picks. Gage, what are the standings so far?
Well, I mean, I announced them in the last episode. Luke is still in first. This game.
I'm in second, Gage.
Right,
I'm in second. After
the TU crew. Of course, TU crew has been in first, I think, all but like 1 week, where I overtook them by 1 game or something like that. And they've been in the lead ever since.
They've been on fire.
They are just absolutely ruthless. They should be running the podcast because we suck. But currently, the TU crew is in first. Luke is in second. I'm in third. And Jake, you are unfortunately in last, bud.
Hey, at least you got the guess that player.
I got guess that player. You can't be a jack of all trades here.
Exactly. But there is an opportunity to get some more points this time. Like last week we did with the spreads and stuff like that. This week we're going to be doing some over-unders. So there's a chance for some extra points there as well. Who knows? Could jump up there.
Yep. I just got to say, the Ravens are so disappointing. They're so disappointing. We picked, I think all of us picked them.
Yes,
I think only 2 of us picked them -7.5. I think it was JB.
I picked the Dolphins to cover.
I picked the Dolphins.
Oh, you Dolphins to cover? Okay, good pick. Good pick.
I just had a feeling that they were going to stick around. I was thinking about taking the Dolphins straight up. I should have gone with my gut.
You should have.
Then again, my gut is what got me in last place. Anyway, so didn't really have a lot of trust for it.
Okay. Never mind.
Oh yeah, they fumbled it, but then they recovered it.
All right, let's start going.
Yeah, let's just get back to it. All right, we do have a couple teams on a bye week this week. Want to announce them? We have the Bears, Bengals, Giants, and Texans on a bye week this week. Speaking of the Bengals, kind of just a random thought. I literally just thought I was supposed to be studying for an exam today, and I decided to go on YouTube and just look up like a movie of Joe Burrow's 2019 LSU season, because it is literally, I just wanted to relive it, because he's craziest college football season of all time. Like that's in 10 years, that's going to be a movie. Like how Joe Burrow, like the third string quarterback, didn't get start, then goes on to have the greatest college football quarterback season.
The video
literally
of him smoking this cigar.
So cool.
All time. Every time.
Or of when he's on senior night, when he has Burrow on the back of the jersey, but it's spelled.
So many moments. He just, and the way, like the interviews he did throughout that season, like sometimes you could, like, players, like, you'll be asked, like, are you hungry? Like, do you want, like, yeah. And they're like, yeah, I want it. Joe Burrow, like, it just like pans to his eyes, and he just stares at it for a second. He's like, yeah, and it's like, holy shit. Like, you could feel
He's
it.
That guy.
Like,
He's that guy.
This man. Yeah, exactly. Like, this man has the most killer instinct I've ever seen in my life. Like, this is insane. Anyway, as I go off on a tangent, well, let's get back to the game picks here. Starting out with Gage's Saints going up against the Titans, who are the AFC #1 seed at this point. Gage, I'll start out with you. Do you think the Saints can beat the #1 seed in the AFC?
Here's the deal. I have picked against the Saints twice this season. In both of those games, we've ended up winning when I didn't think we were going to. I picked against us against the Packers, and I picked against us against the Buccaneers. So I'm picking the Titans here. I'm picking the Titans for that reason, because if the Titans win, I get a point. If the Saints win, then, I'm happy with my Saints winning. So I'm going to take the Titans in this one. And for the over under of 44.5, I am going to go under, because these are two powerhouse defenses.
I feel like my pick would be different had the Saints had Jameis Winston. But I just can't trust in Trevor Siemian on the road against a really, really, really hot team in the Tennessee Titans. Their defense is starting to gel at the right time, and they're doing it all without Derrick Henry. Ryan Tannehill is going to have to carry the load into the playoffs. I think the Saints are in the wrong place at the wrong time, so I'm going to go with the Titans here. Over under 44.5. I feel like the Titans will probably put up 30, and the Saints will be competitive like 20-ish. So I'm going to go over 44.5. Nah, that's cap. I'm going to go under because both Titans defense gelling, Saints have a top 5 defense. We're going under.
No, y'all are bugging. Life's too short to bet the under.
Ooh, true.
Yeah. No, I'm going with the Titans in this one, and I'm definitely pounding the over. I think that's easy money. This when an over under is this low, because this is relatively low for an over under at 44.5. I feel like it just always shocks people as like how many points are put up in the game. Like this should be a Titans blowout, but the Saints are going to put up points too. Yeah. And I feel like the Titans are going to put up their points too. I don't know. This just has every feel of a game that shouldn't be competitive, but will be competitive. So I'm going definitely with the Titans. Sorry. And I will pound the over on that one.
Okay.
Cleveland, the OBJ list, Cleveland Browns, who all of a sudden looked like the Cleveland Browns of old in their last game against the Cincinnati Bengals, who they dominated 41-16. Baker going into a tough defense. This is really, I know the Bengals were a good team. This is really going to prove, because if, Baker is like, if it was just magic that once OBJ was gone, he's back to being himself, because Patriots are as hot as anybody right now. I believe they've won pretty much like the last 3 or 4 games that they played. I think that's right. And they're going into New England. Always a tough place to play. It's going to be cold. The over under is 45. So Luke, who do you have in this game?
Baker's hot. And if Baker's hot, I'm riding with him. I'm going with the Browns, going with the Cleveland Browns. I know the Patriots are starting to get competitive in the AFC East. They're really starting to give the Bills a run for their money coming through the back door. I just think there's just something about this Browns team. There's something about this Browns team where maybe Odell Beckham was the reason why they were losing. Maybe he was a toxic entity in the locker room. Maybe they couldn't move forward because of him, because of really like the drama and the animosity in the locker room. So I'm going to go with the Browns here. I think they turn it up. I think Nick Chubb continues his stellar season. I think
Nick Chubb is going to be out because of
no shot.
Like the
he does have. Oh, you're right. You're right. It's going to be Dearness Johnson, isn't it? I think he's the only one that doesn't have it.
I think
that's not a bad compensation either, though. That man.
Yeah,
is,
against the Broncos.
I forgot about that. I'm going to switch up again. I'm sorry. I'm going to switch up again. Forget everything that I said. This Patriots defense, man. It's
just starts praising the Patriots defense.
Mac Jones, man, like when he's making tackles at people's feet.
He made the original pick because Baker was hot. And then when Nick Chubb is out, all of a sudden it's a different story.
No, stop.
Nick Chubb was an afterthought in that pick. It was like, Baker's hot.
You're right.
Nick Chubb's playing well too. But Baker, no, shit, Nick Chubb's out. All right.
Yeah.
This Patriots defense.
This Patriot, right?
So
Damian
tough.
Harris. I mean, come on, guys. I loved the Patriots in this game. I always have. Over under. I'm gonna go under. There's no Nick Chubb. Yeah, I'm gonna go under 45 for this one. So Patriots under 45.
I am also going to go with the Patriots, and was always going to go with the Patriots.
Same,
despite some other people on this podcast, because
at me.
Because I think that defense, like Luke was saying, is very good. I think that Baker is very good against adversity for a very short amount of time. When it comes, he faces it right then, does a good job, and then that's pretty much over with. And we don't know what Baker we're going to get this coming week. So I'm more comfortable taking the Patriots in this one. And I also am going to take the under 45.
Man. You guys have no faith. You guys got no faith. I'm going the Browns and I'm going the over. At this point, I need every point I can get. So any chance to pick against you guys, I'm definitely going to do it. But yeah, I know. I do think Baker's hot, and I don't know. See, man, yeah, I am tempted to take the under in this one, but I am still going to go with the over, just because I feel like Dearness Johnson she's going to have a crazy good game, and I don't know. I just feel like Baker's got some magic left in him. He's got some magic left in him. I feel like he's going to show out in this game. So going with my gut in this one, Browns, and give me the over. Moving on to, a game that might not be all that bad. Falcons at Cowboys. The Falcons are back to being a 500 team, as abysmal as we thought they were going to be this year. Arthur Smith, got to give him his props. He's actually done a pretty good job with this team. And the Cowboys is Dak Prescott going to be back?
Yeah.
We know he will be back. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So the Dak Prescott led Dallas Cowboys. This is in Arlington. So let's go to Gage. Who do you got, Falcons or Cowboys?
I am going to take the Cowboys here. I think that they bounced back from that ugly, ugly game against the Broncos last week where they had just an absolute dud. Dak Prescott didn't play very well. Their defense looked about how we expected their defense to look coming into the season. But I think that they will bounce back. They'll kind of figure things out. I think that they just dropped one for who knows why. But I'm going to take the over 54.5 in this one, because I think that both of these offenses are pretty high powered. I think that, the Cowboys defense is about middle of the pack right now. The Falcons defense, as we know, is just not good at all. So I think that there's definitely going to be some points put up.
Yeah. Randy Gregory out. The Cowboys are dealing with some injuries on their team.
Yeah.
I have an announcement to make. I am hereby ending my vendetta of the Atlanta Falcons because
it happened.
It's gone. Listen, I picked the Jags to beat the Bills last week, and this week I'm going with the Falcons over the Cowboys in an upset. I know the last time these two teams played, that was the crazy onside kick that the Falcons just didn't pick up. Hayden Hurst literally watched it just roll on the ground forever. I'm hoping nothing like that happens. The Falcons have been known to blow some leads. They did last week, but they were able to, come back and get it with the coup. I love Younghoe Koo. Love Younghoe. He might be one of my favorite players just because he won me my fantasy championship last year. Like literally him. It was insane. So yeah, I'm gonna go with Falcons here. No reason in particular. I think that the Cowboys looked stagnant last week. And I think this is going to be another wake-up call for them. It's not just going to be an easy ride just because they're a shitty team. The Falcons are a shitty team. But they're going to win here, and it's going to be over 54.5. Give me Atlanta. I still will never forget you guys losing to the Eagles week 1 and getting me out of my survivor pool. Worst investment ever.
Just real quick, ladies and gentlemen at home, if there's anything that you can learn from this pick from Luke, it's that whoever you're beefing with, you can make amends.
Yeah.
There's always a way.
Yeah.
You just got to find a good enough reason to, whether it be trying to continue your lead in your pick 'em or whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
Yes.
Whatever problems you got, it's not worth it. Say you're sorry. Sort your beef. That's all.
Especially if you're only ending that vendetta for personal gain. Especially if you're 100% benefiting from that vendetta ending, then you should definitely end it. No, but yeah, I think you're crazy for taking the Falcons in this game. I definitely think it's going to be the Cowboys.
Hey, you guys called me crazy for picking the Jags last week.
I know.
I'm gonna flex. I'm gonna flex that for the rest.
I know. Crazy shit has happened. Yeah, but I mean, I'm not going to say I don't think the Falcons can win this game. I think they can. I mean, it's the fucking Cowboys. I mean, they fall apart all the time, so I wouldn't be surprised. But yeah, I'm going to go with the Cowboys in this game. They're rolling. I mean, they got a win with Cooper Rush last week, I believe.
No, 2 weeks ago.
2 weeks before last.
2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Oh, did Dak play in this?
Dak
against the Broncos? Yeah, they got
he
blown
just
out
played
at
like
home.
shit.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, okay. So that's why I thought Dak wasn't playing because they
played
completely
horribly,
blown
but
out.
no,
Yeah,
Dak was there.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So yeah. But yeah, I think they're gonna recover. I'm gonna go with the under in this game though. I'm gonna go with the under. 54.5 is a little bit much for me. I'm probably gonna regret that, but I just feel like the Falcons are kind of gonna get shut out in this game, and the Cowboys might play a little sloppy here. But yeah, so I'm gonna go with the Cowboys and give me the under. All right. Let's move on to the Buccaneers at the Washington football team. Over under is 51.5. Luke, I'll start with you.
Playoff rematch.
Oh, yeah.
This is huge. This is the NFC Championship game preview. I love Taylor Heineke. I do.
Mhm. There's
no way in hell I'm picking him here. There's just how can you pick the Washington football team? You can't. That's it. I'm gonna go with under 51.5. That's it. That's it.
I'm gonna take the Buccaneers as well. I think that's a no-brainer, and I am gonna pound the over on this one because I think that the Bucs are probably gonna put up like 40 by themselves.
Yeah. I'm tempted. To take the over in this one. I think I am. I think I'm going to take the over in this one. Yeah, I'm going to take the Bucs too. I don't think Taylor Heineke has a shot. As much as he's going to scratch and claw and bite your kneecaps off, as Dan Campbell would say, I just don't think the Buccaneers are so far and beyond a superior football team. So I don't think they got a shot in this one. So yeah, give me the Bucs and give me the over. All right, moving on to the team that shocked the world last week, but did not shock Luke.
Didn't shock me.
Did not shock Luke. Of course not. He had their back the entire way. We got the Jaguars going up against the Colts for a incredibly tough AFC South divisional matchup. The over-under is 47.5. Gage, what are you thinking in this game?
Despite their just amazing win against the Bills last week, I don't think that they're going to pull out another one. I don't think it's in the Jags or in Urban Meyer to be able to pull out back-to-back wins, not this season. So I am going to take the Colts in this one. I think the Colts are going to continue their little streak that they've got going. I think that they can build on what they've already got. And as far as the over-under set at 47.5, that's kind of tough. I think I'm going to go under here. I don't think the Jags put up much.
Damn, is this my team? Should I keep it going?
I think you should. I think you're not a Jaguars fan now.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I'm riding with ride or die with my boy Jonathan Taylor. I think he rushes for over 106 yards in this game.
He goes ahead and takes the lead in the rushing as far as the title.
How far is he back right now?
I think it's 100. I think it's like 100 yards or so, around about.
Yeah, you know what? Give me Jonathan Taylor to take the lead over Derrick Henry. He's probably going to end up leading the league this season.
It might not even be that much at this point because he put up 170 or whatever last. I
think Derrick Henry. We could look this up, but I'm not going to.
So that's all you need to know.
Yeah, no, it's close. I think the Colts definitely have a shot to get on a run here. They do have some decently easy games coming up. They have winnable games coming up, and they're not playing terrible. They're starting to get a little juice. It might be too little too late now that we're in midseason here, but I think Carson Wentz goes ahead. Give me 2 touchdowns for Michael Pittman Jr. here too for MPJ. And I'm 47.5. A little too high for me. I'm going to go under here. Just because I don't know if the Jags put up too many points in this one.
Yeah.
So Jonathan Taylor is 116 yards away from the rushing.
Doable.
From tying the rushing leader in Derrick Henry, 117 from being the rushing leader. He has 821. Derrick Henry has 937. That's crazy that Derrick Henry almost had 1,000-yard season in 9 games.
Not even.
Yeah.
Not even.
Yeah.
That's insane. I don't care how many carries he got. That's still insane.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I'm definitely going with the Colts in this one. I do not think that the Jaguars have some sort of magic spell going there. I just think Josh Allen was on another planet. Josh Allen on the Jaguars, of course, is on another planet in that game.
The 7th overall pick.
Yeah, I literally think he took that to heart. Like, he was pissed that he's like, I'm the real Josh Allen, and he fucking proved it. It just seemed like he was doing everything. Was a fumble recovery, sack, interception. He was all over the stat line.
Everywhere.
All over your TV. But yeah, that's not going to happen this game. Colts are going to win this game over under 47.5. The Jaguars make it tough to think this is going to be over because I don't know if they could even score 2 touchdowns.
Or just you could just left it at score.
Yeah, that too. That's too.
Yeah.
Their kicker is like atrocious too, right? Didn't they just make a field goal for the first time on American soil?
Hey,
all
they
season?
put up
It-
3
It's
next or
because
last
they
week
got
was good enough to win.
it's because they got rid of Josh Lambo though. They replaced him, and that's when they started kicking well.
Who has
Yeah,
the
yeah.
money badger right now? And boy, did he have just a fall from
Michael
grace.
Badgley.
Yeah.
Michael Badgley's on the Colts.
Yeah.
No, I
He's
think-
filling in. He's
I don't
filling in
know.
for he's filling in for
I think he went to another.
Rodrigo Blankenship.
Rodrigo Blankenship.
Oh, is he still out?
Yeah,
I didn't know that he was still out.
I think he was definitely in the last
Like a
game,
hip
Michael Badgley.
injury or something.
Yeah,
Yeah, Colts. Okay.
yeah. All right, yeah. So I'm going with the Colts in this one. I'll take the over. YOLO, whatever.
Life's too short.
Uh,
You said it yourself.
Exactly. Life's too short to bet the under. Imagine betting like I would never bet the under because you just spend the game being like, don't score a touchdown.
Don't score.
Don't score a touchdown. Like that's just not a mindset you want to be in. So yeah, I'm gonna go with the over in this one. All right. A team that we all had high hopes for. The Detroit Lions going into Pittsburgh against the Steelers. The over-under is 42.5, the lowest of the week. You know what? Do any of you guys think that Luke, I'll start with you. You think the Lions get their first win of the season in this game?
Oh, I thought we were doing the Jets for a second. My bad. Lions, yeah, hell no. Absolutely not. Don't care who they're playing. I'm not picking them for the rest of the year. I said that they were going to get probably an upset win over somebody, and that very well could happen. Maybe even this week. Maybe even this week. But yeah, I don't care who they're playing. They just haven't been able to show me much. Do you guys think like if Dan Campbell goes 0-17, like this is legitimate, like this could legitimately happen? There's no way he could come back as head coach. Like, I'm sorry.
He will.
He will.
I don't think-
100% will. I
don't
think
think
they'll
he
give
could-
him more than a season based on just the charismatic, bringing in the winning mindset.
They love him
guess.
there.
I don't know.
They do.
I think if
it-
you have an 0-17 season, I think.
But then again, like you got to look at the fact he was handed shit. Like he was handed nothing.
Yeah.
Like that's not his fault. The roster he was handed, it would be tough to find any coach that could you could bring in 1 year, get 3 wins with that team.
I just don't know if you could keep a head coach that's just like really good motivator and the success isn't there to like back it up, because they have heart. And I think everybody could see that, but it's not translating to wins. And
I think you give him at least an off season. You
Yeah.
give him at least a draft and a free agency to be able to, acquire some pieces and then see what he can do. If he still can't contribute or still can't, make something happen out of that, then I don't think he sticks around more than a couple seasons.
I think he's got until 2024 before he's on the hot seat. I think
Really?
he's got a couple years.
They also just love him in Detroit in general,
they
like the
love
front
him.
office and stuff.
Yeah.
They love him. So
Yeah.
former player and all that.
Yeah. The city loves him. I just think this is like not his fault. I mean, he was handed Jared Goff. He was handed the fact that his best receiver is Tyrell Williams. Is Tyrell Williams on the team?
It's Quintez
Uh,
Cephas. Quintez Cephas.
Quintez Cephas got hurt. Their best receiver right now is Khalif Raymond.
Khalif Raymond. Yeah. So is an undrafted receiver from.
Well,
Holy
no,
Cross.
it's actually DeAndre Swift. But if we want to say
Yeah.
an actual receiver, it's Khalif Raymond.
Yeah.
Well,
Exactly.
they have
So,
Hawk. They have TJ
Hawkinson. Yeah. TJ Hawkinson is their best pass catcher. Yes. Yeah. Well, he's got Jared Goff throwing him the ball. So
Yes,
yeah.
true.
Yeah. I feel like
Listen.
you got to give him time to get a quarterback. You got to give him time to get at least one wide receiver, like something to catch the ball. Like, so you're not throwing at like brick houses here. But yeah. Anyway, let's get back.
Yeah, we can move on. We can. I was.
You're over under, Luke.
Oh,
42
sorry.
and a half.
Oh, I completely forgot to do that. Yeah, I'm gonna go under here. Offenses that aren't that great. I just want to say real quick. I know the teams were vastly different, but Sean McVay took Jared Goff to a Super Bowl. And I know the teams are vastly, vastly different, but I don't know if I'm keeping a coach just because he cried on an interview and said that he's gonna bite off kneecaps, because I feel like that's the reason why.
You know what I think this is? This is in division hate. This is what
I think
I
it
don't
is.
think so. I don't think so. I want to see. if there's one team I don't hate, it's the Detroit Lions.
No. I think you see them
hate
have something nice, and you're like, this
Yeah.
is bullshit.
Yeah.
They shouldn't have anything that they enjoy.
Yeah. He sees
Maybe
a
it's
team that's
specific.
not winning, but has like all the front office just gelling together and everybody loves each other.
He's like, something's
I
coming,
just-
and I don't.
Yeah.
fucking
I
like
just
it.
don't know
Yeah.
if it's gelling, if it's not, if they're not winning. Like, I don't know. This was
Luke,
a team that I don't know.
Could Bill Belichick, the greatest coach of all time, take this team and have won a couple games this year?
Yes.
You think so?
Yes. There's no doubt.
I don't know.
I kind of think so too.
Yeah,
But I
there's
think
no doubt in my
the
mind.
disconnect here is that like Luke is talking about Sean McVay taking Jared Goff to a Super Bowl. You're talking about bringing in Bill Belichick. Can we not compare Dan Campbell to some of the greatest coaches we've ever seen? Like, that's totally unfair to him. I get it. He's a great guy. He's a motivator, but I'm not expecting him to be them.
No, I'm not trying to say he's them, but I'm trying to say the fact that like, I don't think the greatest coach of all time could have like gotten away. He lost a game on an NFL record 66-yard field goal. Like, how many times is that going to happen? Zero. It's never happened. It's not a 66-yard field goal has literally never happened before that moment.
Listen, they gave up a 4th and 20 for that though. And that's what people forget.
Because what do they have on defense?
Listen, they have a bunch of people that are supposedly supposed to be like biting off kneecaps, and they haven't been. So,
oh my God, you definitely give him more than this year. You got to
if he goes 0-17.
Yes.
I don't know,
because they went into this season being like, this season's going to be terrible. Let's just deal with it. They knew the season was going to be bad.
The Browns stuck with Hugh Jackson after that disaster, and he was nowhere close to the coach that I think Dan Campbell is right now.
100%.
Not saying
100%.
that makes it any better, but you like I don't know.
All right, let's move on.
Yeah.
All right. All right. Anyway,
I don't think
Gage.
I didn't give my pick.
No,
yet.
you didn't give your pick.
I'm picking the Steelers because yes, I don't think the line. I can't pick them, and I am going to take the under as well. None of the games for the Steelers or Lions have been like super high scoring, and I think it'll stay that way. Jake, you also have to make your pick, but I do want to say real quick that we did skip Bills at Jets.
Yes, I will be coming back to that. I realized my mistake there because I am blind, literally and figuratively, of course. Yeah, Lions and Steelers. I'm going with the Lions. Fuck it. I wasn't going to, but with all this Dan Campbell hate, I got to get behind my guy now. I got to get behind my guy now. 100%. All right. The Jaguars just fucking won a game last week. Why the fuck can't the fucking Lions do it this week? They're gonna do it. Pittsburgh's not impressive. What did I say? I would be shocked if they dropped 30 points. Did they drop 30 points? No, they did not. They dropped 29, not 30. That is not 30, people, for those who are counting.
Okay.
But yeah, fuck it. I'm going the Lions and I'm pounding the over. Like I am just leaving all my eggs with Jared Goff, putting all my eggs in Jared Goff's basket right now. Win this, Jared Goff. If you can't win another game in your life, win this game for me, please. Jesus, just do something here. Yeah, I do think this is actually a winnable game for the Lions, though. All jokes aside, because the Steelers, I mean, they went down to the wire with the Bears. Some might say that the Bears actually probably could have won that game. Yeah, if Cassius March, so I didn't watch that game, but I went back and watched that call on YouTube, and that was the most abysmal call I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah,
like that was totally Tony Correnti just having.
Yep.
I don't want to say it because it's inappropriate, but I think we all know what I was gonna say. He had something hurt. He had his little something hurt there. Yeah, his pride.
His ego.
Say that. His ego. Yeah, that was ridiculous.
Ego.
Yeah, his little ego was hurt in that game when Cassius March bumped into him. Oh, he was staring at the sideline in a way that I thought was taunting. Fuck off.
Yeah.
Fuck off. That's bullshit. Now the Steelers team isn't impressive anyway. Let's move on here. Moving on. PJ Walker going up against Kyler Murray and the Arizona Cardinals. Probably Kyler Murray. I think he said it came out that he's 50-50 to play. I personally would guess that he probably plays in this game, but that's not my decision to make. So we could get a PJ Walker against Colt McCoy game here, which would just, that would be just
phenomenal
television. Amazing television. Yes. So Gage, will start with you. Who do you got? Panthers at Cardinals, over under is 44.
I am taking the Cardinals 100%. I think that, after what they did last week with Colt McCoy at the helm and not even having DeAndre Hopkins either, and they still just did what they did to the 49ers, I think that they can do just as well against the Panthers, especially if Kyler Murray is back. So yeah, I'm definitely taking the Cardinals in this one, and I'll take the over 44. I like it.
I'm also going with the Cardinals. Even though they lost to the Packers a couple weeks ago, I still think they're the team to beat in the NFC right now, especially after they just went and whooped the 49ers in San Francisco with Colt McCoy, like whipped them. Yeah, the Cardinals are looking ridiculously good offensively and defensively. There's no way I think PJ Walker goes in. Cam Newton is not going to be playing. They need to get him up to speed with the offense because he hasn't run it before. By the way, I don't know how Cam Newton's going to fare in like a college type offense, but that's not for right now. Yeah, going with the Cardinals, especially if Kyler Murray comes back. I don't know if Nuke Hopkins is going to be playing. He's still questionable, but I'm sure if Kyler Murray is going to be playing, I'm sure DeAndre Hopkins is going to be right there with him. Give me over 44. I think this is going to be a high scoring game. I think the Cardinals might put up 35 of their own. So yeah, Cardinals win.
I don't know.
Switch to the under real quick. Just
I'm
going to switch to the under.
We got to switch the under. All right. I'll allow it. I don't know. Cam Newton kind of won a Heisman in a college type offense, but that's neither here nor there. But that again, that was healthy Cam Newton. But yeah, I'm definitely going with the under in this game just to cover my ass in case Colt McCoy plays. But I am also going to go with the Cardinals in this game because yeah, if Colt McCoy can whip up on the 49ers, then the Panthers, even though they have a very good defense, Stephon Gilmore made his presence felt with an interception last week's game. So that's also why I'm also going to be going with the under. But yeah, I think the Cardinals are too good to lose this game. All right. Going back to my mistake that I skipped. We're going to Bills at the New York Jets. Mike White has been named the starting quarterback for this game. So Jets fans, your savior is back. Okay. Buffalo Bills coming off a rough loss to the Jacksonville Jaguars. The over under is 48. Luke, I'll start with you.
I'm not going to do it again. Bills are going to come back and win.
Man.
That was, I got lucky as hell. I'm glad you
admit it. Yeah.
I got lucky as hell. Yeah, I think the Bills are pissed. I think the Bills need to show that they're the top dogs in the AFC again. They've just not been playing as well as of late. Some problems that arose early in the season, like to their loss to Pittsburgh in week 1, are starting to arise again. And they're not looking like a complete football team right now. Josh Allen had a rough outing last week, but I don't think that's going to happen again. I think the Jets are absolutely abysmal. I know that they have a few wins here or there, and they probably will win a couple more later on in the season. I think they play the Dolphins again, right? So yeah, that's a win. Yeah, I'm going. I can't go with the Jets. So give me the Bills. Give me Josh Allen. Give me Stephon Diggs to actually catch a touchdown in this game. That would be fucking phenomenal. Yeah, over under 48. Give me the over. Give me the over. No, give me the under. Yeah, give me the.
Are we locking that in?
We're locking it in. Locking
okay.
under.
All right.
Locking in under.
I'm going to take the Bills in this one as well. I think that they have a bounce back week. I think that Josh Allen is going to come in pissed off. Not the defensive Josh Allen, the offensive Josh Allen. For anyone that might be confused after
the
all
7th
of
overall
everything. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So I think that the Bills will come back. I think that they'll win it. Their defense is obviously still playing very well. They held the Jaguars to only 9 points. The offense just has to follow suit. They need to get a little bit more out of their run game, and I don't know how much they'll be able to do that. But even so, I think that they can definitely win this game against the Jets. And as far as the over/under of 48, I am actually going to take the under as well. I think that's a little bit too high for me, even with the GOAT Mike White in there.
All right. Yeah, I'm taking the Bills in this game. I just think they're going to come out with a vengeance. Sean McDermott's going to coach them up. They don't win two games. They don't lose 2 games in a row against terrible teams. That's just not how this. This is arguably going to be a blowout. I am going to go with a push. I'm going to go with exactly 48 points here.
Wow.
I don't know why. I just feel like this game could be like 42-6 or something. I don't know. I just feel like something weird is going to happen with this game, and I'm feeling a push. I'm feeling a push with
Ladies
this
and
over-under.
gentlemen, Jake is in last place and is
Yes.
opting out of extra points.
I feel like I should get even more points if it hits the push.
If it hits for the push, I think, and let me know if you agree, Luke, because this is obviously Jake's going to agree. I think he should get 3 points. I think that's fair if it's a push.
Wait, I'll get 5 points if I hit the over-under?
No. You would get 1 point if.
Okay.
I think it should be 5 points if he hits the push.
I can agree with that.
There's
there's
room
very
for
little
error.
chance.
It's 0.
5 points. Okay. All right.
5, 10, now, 20 points.
20 points.
25.
Do it. Yes. Oh my God. That'd be crazy. Imagine it ended in a tie so I didn't get the win, but it was like 24-24. That would be that. I love that. That'd be wild. Anyway, all right, let's move on here. All right, moving on to Vikings at Chargers. Chargers have slipped up a little bit here. I think they went down to the wire with who'd they play last week? They went down to the wire with
why can't I remember?
They play
the Raiders? No, Raiders played
Washington. No. Was it Washington? I think it might have been Washington.
No, Washington was on bye last week.
Carolina.
Eagles.
Yes, it was the Eagles. They went down to the wire with the Eagles.
By the way, sorry to interrupt. Dolphins win 22-10.
Yes, Lamar Jackson threw a pick in the end zone at the end there.
Yep.
Yes. All right. Wild shit happening. Wild. At least I got those points though. I picked the Dolphins to cover.
You got the points for the spread.
Yes. Yes. So back to the Vikings at Chargers. Chargers kind of been on a skid here lately. They lost a couple games. They did just beat the Eagles, but it was not an impressive win by any means. Vikings have looked good. They've looked better over the past couple weeks, in my opinion. So over under is 53, pretty high. Luke, I'll go with you. Who you got in this game?
I just can't trust the Vikings this season. I really can't. They should be better than what they are. Yeah. And it's iffy because I can't really trust either team is what it comes down to. I have never been high on the Chargers this year. I think people were getting a little bit ahead of themselves with this team, thinking that they were going to win the division, be a Super Bowl threat. I don't think they're there quite yet. I think they have the pieces, especially with Jay Herbo. I mean, he's just a freaking rocket of an arm. I can't trust the Vikings. That being said, I'm picking them in this game. I'm all over the place right now. Yeah. So I'm going with Minnesota. I don't know is Dalvin Cook going to be playing, because I know that there's some controversy around him.
I haven't heard anything about him not playing. I don't think things are at the point with his domestic dispute stuff that he is ineligible to play. So I think he is going to be playing in this game. Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, I'm going to go with the Vikings here. They've been in a lot of close games. Why am I blanking on his name? Mike Zimmer. Mike Zimmer's on the hot seat. Jesus. Mike Zimmer's absolutely on the hot seat. I think he's going to need to get some wins here to salvage any chance of him keeping his job after the season, because I don't think he's in a good spot right now. I'm going to go with the Vikings here. Give me Kirk Cousins for 4 touchdowns in this game and a perfect passer rating.
Wow. Okay.
That one's a little bit. Yeah, I'm going
for it. No, you said it.
Life's too short to bet the under, so I'm going the under 53 under 53.
Yeah. I am going to take the Vikings in this one as well. Actually, as we've spoken many, many times at this point, the Chargers have the worst run defense in all of football. Like bad, like absolutely abysmal. Yeah. What's his name? Tillery.
Yep.
Is fucking horrible. So bad. Why he is still starting, I don't know. Like, the guy behind him has to be better. I refuse to believe otherwise. But I mean, if Dalvin Cook is playing, I think that he's going to run all over this team. So I don't think Kirk Cousins is going to have 4 touchdowns. I think that Dalvin Cook is going to have 3 touchdowns.
Ooh, I would love that, fantasy purposes.
And for the over/under, I'm going to take the over in this one because I think it's going to be a scoring battle.
As for Jerry Tillery, I mean, that's what you got when you draft Notre Dame players. It's a trash school. Anyway, I'm going with the Chargers in this one, just because you guys went with the Vikings, and I think this is more of a pick 'em. Yeah, and I need every point I can get. I'm gonna go with the over. Fuck it. I think this game could be 33-30. Like this is I think this is gonna be a pretty high scoring game. None of these defenses are anything impressive, and these are pretty high flying offenses. So wouldn't be surprised. So yeah, give me the Chargers. Justin Herbert is absolutely insane. Going to, I would argue probably the toilet bowl of the week. Probably the toilet bowl of the week. Eagles at Broncos. Over under is 45.5. Gage, I will start with you.
I can't trust the Broncos.
Yeah.
But I can't trust the Eagles more than I can't trust the Broncos. And the Broncos are coming off a good win. Maybe it's not something to take, with too much weight, considering that the Cowboys just kind of were playing poorly and kind of beat themselves as much as the Broncos beat them. But I feel like I can trust it more than the Eagles that just lost to the Chargers or the Eagles that got a big win over the Lions. So I'm going to take the Broncos in this one. And as far as the over under, I am going to take the over. Actually, I think they can combine for definitely 46 or more.
Dude, the Eagles are so weird because they suck, but
yeah,
they're fun to watch, if that makes sense.
You keep saying that. I don't think the Eagles are fun to watch. It's a very sloppy game to watch.
I know it's sloppy, but they put up points. I think
it's
Jalen Hurts and Devontae Smith are really
it's like watching college football, I think, with the Eagles.
They do run sort of a college type offense.
Hate for college football is coming out now.
No, I just mean it's sloppy football that results in a lot of points. I mean,
yeah, I think the Broncos are definitely on a hot streak right now. I think they're on the beginning of a hot streak. They have a couple games coming up where I definitely think they're winnable. It all really just depends on how Teddy Bridgewater plays. If he has a game like he had last game, then I think they're obviously going to, probably put this team down pretty easily. I'm going to go with the Broncos here. I don't know if I'm going, I'm going to go over 45.5. I think it might be a little bit of a high scoring game. Surprisingly, I know that they are in Mile High, but yeah, give me the Broncos. Defense wins championships. They won them a championship back in 2015. They looked great against the Dallas Cowboys last week. So yeah, I just picked the over too, and I'm just talking about Broncos defense.
Don't compare this defense. Don't compare
multiple defensive touchdowns on the
defense.
way.
Yeah. Don't compare this defense to the 2015 defense, one of the greatest defenses of all time. They don't have any Von Millers and DeMarcus Wares on this team.
They did.
Yeah, that wasn't Von Miller though. Von Miller he's getting up there in age. He's not what he once was. He's not the same guy that made Cam Newton scared to not jump on that football. So moving on here. Yeah. Moving on here to my pick. Yeah, I'm going with the Eagles. I mean, again, I have to pick against you guys, and the Eagles have been putting up fights. They pretty much blew out the Lions 2 weeks ago. They put up a fight against the Chargers last week. I think this is definitely a winnable game for them. Teddy Bridgewater did play really well last week. The whole team played really well last week. I think that was more of a struck lightning in a bottle kind of game. Everything went their way. Everything did not go the Cowboys' way. So I don't know. I feel like the Eagles can definitely win this game. So I'm going to pick them because I literally have nothing to lose.
There it is.
Yeah. Moving on to game of the week. Seahawks at Packers. Over under is 49.5. We do have some bias across some of our co-hosts on this podcast, not to be named. Luke, I will let you start off with the little wager that we made here.
All right. So when Green Bay wins, right? Jake is going to have to post a video to his TikTok, to his socials, explaining why Aaron Rodgers is not only the greatest quarterback of all time, but the greatest football player of all time. And if the Seahawks win, I'm going to have to explain every reason why the Seattle Seahawks are a better organization than the Green Bay Packers in every single facet imaginable. Amen. So we got a lot of pride at stake here.
And the only people that will know that this is a wager are you guys listening to this right now, because they're not allowed to say that it's because of a wager or that they don't actually believe this or anything like that. They have to be totally serious in these videos.
Yeah. Totally qualified.
Yeah.
All
exactly.
All right. I think Packers win this game. I can't lie.
Shocker.
Yeah. Who would have thought? Yeah. Last week, the loss to the Chiefs made me more confident in the Green Bay Packers moving forward because they are doing it they're playing such good defense, better defense than I've literally seen in more than a decade. Since before
this guy gets confident off of a loss, but the Lions should fire Dan Campbell. Okay.
Yeah, I know.
Hey, I mean, we got about 45 more wins than them this season, but anyways, they did have us beat for the first half though. We'll give them that. Anyways,
they did.
Can't forget about that. Yeah, I think the Packers have a championship level defense, and I think this has been brewing for a while. It really all stems from Devondre Campbell and the all pro level that he's playing at, because he's looking like one of the best middle linebackers in football right now. And they're getting great production from Chris Barnes as well on the defensive end. I came out more confident because they held Patrick Mahomes in this Chiefs offense to like ridiculously low yardage, to points, everything.
Every
Patrick
team
Mahomes
has done that this year. Every team has done that.
But this was different. This was different though. This was different because Patrick Mahomes in his career, whenever he's thrown 37 or more passes, the least amount of yards he had was about 240, if I could recall correctly. Last week they held him over or under 170. So they looked impressive. I mean, the Chiefs didn't have to put up many points to win, but their defense is looking great. I expect Aaron Rodgers to be back this weekend. Devontae Adams and him are going to be connecting. I just don't trust anybody on that Seattle defense. I think this one might get a little bit out of hand. And the Packers really need a statement win. I know that they've had a couple. They obviously had the one in Arizona. They had one at San Francisco, but they need a win where they really put someone like under, because they haven't looked as nearly as good as they did last year, at least offensively, which is weird because they had historically one of the best offensives of like the last decade last year. But yeah, I'm going with the Packers here. Give me over 49.5. I think it's going to be like a 30-28 game, something like that. So yeah, give me Green Bay. I hope they put them under, but we'll see.
You're saying this is a statement win, but you're forgetting that they're playing the Seahawks.
Historically, I just wanted, this is another point. Sorry.
Historically, you're right. The Seahawks are the superior organization. Thank you.
Yeah. Of course.
Please go ahead.
Of course.
Jake, I'm going to let you go ahead and give your take, because I don't really have a dog in this.
He wants
and
yet he's the one going, and yet he's the one attending this game.
I'm just wild. Sit back. I'll be here.
Funny how that works. Yeah, no, I mean, clearly I'm going with the Seahawks here. Russell Wilson coming back. It was crazy because every time I look at my phone, another Seahawks player is getting activated off IR. It's like insane. Like that, the stars lined up for Chris Carson got activated this week. Nigel Warrior, who has the coolest last name I've ever seen in my life, who is apparently a corner for us. So he's going to come out and obviously have like 3
I was about to say, I don't know who the hell that is.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. No, but Jordan Brooks has really came into his own on this defensive side. I just looked up his PFF grade. PFF can go fuck themselves if they think he's playing at a 51 overall grade this year. I don't think they're watching the games. PFF is so hit or miss. I can't even stand them. He's making plays all over the field. Like I do not understand how he has that grade. Bobby Wagner is obviously doing his Hall of Fame things. The pass rush has looked better over the last couple of games. The cornerbacks have looked better. Trey Brown coming back from IR. He was our 6th round pick this year. And you'd think like a 6th round pick, not going to do much. He really has been a difference maker for this defense, along with DJ Reed playing better, being relegated to that cornerback 2 role, which is more where he feels more comfortable. Trey Brown has really stepped up. I got to give him credit and kind of dominated that cornerback 1 role that was handed to him. The offense is going to get I can't even explain how much better the offense is going to be with Russell Wilson there. This man literally defied medicine. Like, I think I said this on the last podcast, and is just coming back this week. The doctors literally said, the head doctor in this field said, I have never seen a recovery time this quick, basically. Like, that's basically what he said. Russell Wilson is next level when it comes to his health. And, I just feel like he's going to play and not miss a beat. Chris Carson's coming back this week. Not that means much because our offensive line is abysmal. But yeah, you got DK and you got Tyler Lockett. They're going to put up they're going to get their own. So I'm not 100% confident that the Seahawks win this game, but I know they can win this game. And I do feel confident saying that. So that's my take on it. And I really hope they win because I really don't want to have to defend the fact that Aaron Rodgers is the greatest NFL player ever.
I can't wait for that video.
I can't wait for those comments.
Over or under 49.5?
Over. Give me the over.
Okay. All right. I will be there witnessing firsthand which one of these guys will lose this wager. And with that being said, as far as my input on it, I think that Jake will be going 0 for 2 on his wagers. I think that he'll be making a video. I think the Green Bay Packers will be winning this game. Unfortunately, I think that Russell Wilson coming back won't be quite enough for them to get it done. The defense has been playing a little better. I still don't know that it'll be enough. I think that Aaron Rodgers is obviously going to be slinging it to Devontae Adams. And I mean, with the addition of Odell, my bad.
That's it.
Yeah, had to go there.
But even so, I think this will be a pretty good game. I'm hoping that it'll be a good game, obviously. But yeah, I do have the Packers winning it. And I'm going to go ahead and take over 49.5 because whether I believe that is the case or not, I hope that it is.
Yeah, you want to see a good game.
Yeah, absolutely.
David Bakhtiari is coming back this week.
Yes, he was activated.
Yep.
It's great that we're getting both these teams at full strength. Pretty much, which is awesome.
We talked about it a little bit before. I was so scared. I was about to watch Geno Smith versus Jordan Love. You guys don't even understand.
Yeah. You could have witnessed the first win of a Hall of Fame career of Jordan Love's. That would have been cool.
You got me there, you know.
Gosh. Anyway, moving on. Sunday Night Football, Chiefs at Raiders, over under 52.5. This looked like it would be a good game. I don't know. It's lopsided in a direction I did not think it would be lopsided in. So Gage, I'll start with you. Who you got winning this game?
The Raiders are coming off of a tough loss.
Yes.
The Chiefs are coming off of a not so pretty win. Over 52.5, I think is absolutely insane.
Yeah.
I know that the Chiefs defense isn't great, but geez. So I'm definitely going to take the under there. And I do think in a division battle, I am actually going to take the Chiefs in this one. I think that the Chiefs will. I don't pick them very often this season because of the way that they've been handling things, but I am going to pick them in this one.
Last season, I made a pick of the Raiders to beat the Chiefs. I think it was in Kansas City, and everybody called me crazy, and the Raiders ended up winning that game. I'm feeling a little bit of that magic here. The Chiefs, they just look like a shell of themselves in every single facet of the game. Every single one. Patrick Mahomes isn't playing the same. Tyreek Hill is dropping balls. Travis Kelce isn't getting a lot of touches. They don't have much of a run game to speak of with CEH out, but their defense is not playing great either.
I did see CEH and remind me of his name. Offensive lineman.
Wiley?
Kyle Long.
Right. Okay.
Kyle Long was back and practicing this week as well. So they both might be playing, but I don't know.
We don't know, but something I know is that the Raiders are going to win this football game. I think this is going to be a good game too. I like this Raiders-Chiefs rivalry, especially over the past couple of years. The Raiders need to get a win here because they can't plummet like they look like they're going to, especially in the most competitive division in football right now with all teams above 500. I think the Raiders win this one mainly because the Chiefs don't have it on defense. Darren Waller, give me him to go for $122 touchdowns. 52.5 is too high. I'm also going under. So give me the Raiders.
I am also going to go with the Raiders in this game. I feel like they need this bounce back win, and I feel like they will get it. I'm not going to say it shocked me that how bad they played against the Giants because of just everything that happened with Damon Arnett, with Henry Ruggs, with their team was in shambles. Over the past 2 weeks, it's shocking that they've kept it this close. They won a game after John Gruden was fired, and then but I feel like they get their legs underneath them. They got Deshaun Jackson. They did just sign him. Don't know how amazing of a signing that's going to be, but you do have a speed guy back on your team. I wonder if the Raiders were ever a legitimate contender for Odell Beckham.
I don't think they were.
I don't think they were, which does surprise. I think if Henry Ruggs didn't happen and Damon Arnett didn't happen and John Gruden did, like if just the controversy around the team didn't happen this year, I think they would have.
Yeah, it's already.
When the news first came out about him potentially being released, that is the only time I heard about the Raiders. Ever since then, I haven't heard anything since. So I don't know if they were ever players.
And in like in an organization that's dealing with as many problems as they are right now, being a big personality in Odell Beckham, I don't think that would mesh very well with that team.
Probably not. And just the fact that you have an interim head coach there, like it kind of scares you off. It's kind of like, I don't really want to go to that team, you know. But even though Rich Versace, I think, is actually doing a pretty good job. You know, they have one sloppy. Yeah, they have one sloppy loss to the Giants, but I feel like every team's had a sloppy loss to the Giants this year. But anyway, I digress. Yeah, Raiders going to win this game. And give me the over 52.5. I feel like the Raiders have actually won against the Chiefs a good amount since they've had Patrick Mahomes. I believe
I'm not sure about that.
I feel like they have. I feel like they've split games. I feel like they have split games.
They
every
did
year.
Last year.
Definitely did last year. I can't remember.
Prior to that, I don't know though.
I think they did. I think the Raiders actually have a pretty good record against Patrick Mahomes, whether that's 500 or even above that. I don't know. I could be talking out my ass right now. I
just remember the victory lap around the stadium that supposedly happened.
Yeah. But yeah, I feel like the Raiders will bounce back and get a win this one. So give me the Raiders over 52.5. I feel like this is going to be a high flying game. Monday Night Football. We finally actually get a decent matchup with Rams at 49ers. The over under is 49. No pun intended. Luke, who do you got?
Is OBJ eligible to play?
Probably not.
No.
I mean, it's the Monday night game.
He's probably eligible, but Thursday. I can't imagine.
Yeah,
I can't imagine that.
Maybe he does. Maybe he doesn't.
Maybe Sean McVay's playbook is fucking
maybe
10,000 pages.
Maybe like limited touches at most. I would think.
Well, Von Miller's definitely playing in this game.
Yeah, Von Miller will be
just like simple routes and stuff. They'll probably have simple.
The Rams played their worst game of the season last week. I think absolutely they did. I don't think they're going to have another letdown like that for the near future, honestly. They're so stacked. And after the 49ers lost at home to Colt McCoy and a team that was out without Chase Edmonds, without DeAndre Hopkins, I don't know. I don't even think AJ Green played in that game either.
No, he was on the COVID list.
He was on the COVID list. Yeah. So the 49ers are giving me no confidence. Talk about a coach that should be on the hot seat. I will ride or die with that Kyle Shanahan take. But yeah, I can't envision any way the 49ers win this game, especially with how I guess this like Odell Beckham signing juice is going to juice the team up a little bit. So yeah, I'm going to go with the Rams. Give me, I'm going to go over 49.
I'm going to go with the Rams as well, and I am going to take the over 49 too, and I think that the Rams are going to put up most of those points. I think that the 49ers blow, and they are not going to have a chance in this game whatsoever. And I honestly agree about the Kyle Shanahan thing. When we talked about it a few episodes ago, I was kind of willing to defend him, but at this point, I just don't know what I can say anymore. I know that he hasn't really had the personnel over the past couple of seasons to really help him out, especially with last season, with them playing the majority of the year with basically a second string team. But just the decision-making and the things leading up to this point, especially with like the Brandon Ayuk situation, because you put him out there, you let him get the touches, and he actually plays well. He actually produces for you, puts up some offense, puts up some points. I just don't understand the whole, I don't know. I don't know what he's doing with this personnel that he does have right now that's good, and he doesn't have a ton that's good. So I don't know what to think of Kyle Shanahan, but yeah, give me the Rams in this one. I don't think it'll be close.
Real quick, before you go, Jake, has anybody heard anything from like Nick Bosa this season? Because he's been quiet as hell.
He's had a couple sacks.
Before the season started, I had him as one of my way too early defensive player of the year candidates, and nothing.
He tore his ACL last year. What was his injury last year?
I'm pretty sure it was ACL. Yeah.
ACL.
He has 7 sacks.
Oh, okay. So that's actually
not bad.
Yeah, that's actually good.
We were gassing
we're talking shit. We don't even know what we're talking about.
We were gassing it up
3 sacks or something. Oh, 7. Oh, yeah, he's on pace for double digit. All right, that's not bad. Yeah, I was gonna be like, give him a break. You know, ACL is tough to come back from, especially that first year. But no, he's doing fine.
Maybe just the whole Kyle Shanahan.
Yeah, it's just
bullshit
masked
is overshadowing it. Yeah.
The fact that their defense just doesn't look good.
Yeah, it doesn't. Their secondary is atrocious.
It's bad.
But yeah. I think just Gage, to your Kyle Shanahan point, I think he's getting a little too cute.
Yes.
I think he's such an advanced mind when it comes to football. Like, he wants to dissect you in every way that he possibly can. And he wants to think of so many creative ways to do that, that sometimes when it's just like time to be, simple football, just like 1970s, run a comeback route, throw it to him and just get 10 yards, move the chains, run the ball right down the middle, get 5 yards, keep moving the chain. When it comes time for that, he almost doesn't want to do that. He's almost too smart for his own good. Like, it's almost like, no. I have this play where it can get 15 yards. Yeah, but Jimmy Garoppolo's threw a pick there. So why don't you just fucking take the easy slant route, move the chains, get downfield. Don't be so smart. Like,
you guys think if
go ahead.
If the 49ers were the ones that ended up getting Matt Stafford,
yes,
what do you think this team would look like right now?
I think they would definitely have a better record than they have right now. I mean,
100%.
With Elijah Mitchell going out, I mean, their offenses will always be predicated on the run game. Mm-hmm. But I think with Elijah Mitchell out, you're relying heavily on Jimmy Garoppolo, who often, gets injured. He's injury prone and honestly just isn't the best quarterback. I think you could rely a little bit more on Matt Stafford there, and he'll get you some wins, no doubt.
Yeah, and to Jake's point about the whole like getting cute with the offense and stuff, I feel like he would be able to open it up a lot more with Stafford.
Yeah, absolutely. If Kyle Shanahan does end up getting canned, like at some point, I could actually imagine him going somewhere and being even better, because this could be a big learning experience for him. And
I think that he would be an offensive coordinator again before he would get another shot at a head coaching job.
I think he would get a head coaching job pretty much right off the bat.
Maybe.
Yeah, I think he's so valued in the NFL.
You know what? I like him to go to Detroit as Dan Campbell's offensive coordinator.
Ooh, all right. Now we're getting ahead of ourselves.
Yeah.
And now we're like 3 years in the future. But anyway, let's just get back to the game pick. Yeah, I'm definitely going with the Rams in this one. I'm not an idiot, as the 49ers would probably win this game. Yeah, the Rams did not look good last week. I think they deserved just a bad week. Like, just, every NFL team isn't going to play amazing every week. That's why perfect seasons are so rare, no matter how talented your roster is. Even the Carolina Panthers in 2015 lost the game. It happens. Okay. It's so hard to be perfect that you're going to have slip ups. All right. So this team earned a bad week. They've been playing phenomenal the entire season. I don't think we should over exaggerate that loss. Okay. So with that being said, I'm going to go with the Rams in this game. I think they bounce back. That was a good learning experience for them, not to get too ahead of themselves. They are still human. They are still mortal. They can still, lose. So I think Sean McVay is probably going to coach them up after that. And I'm taking the over in this game because I think the Rams are going to blow them out. Yeah. I don't think this game's going to be close. All right. With that being said, that is going to wrap up episode 34 of the Totally Unqualified podcast. We are 1/3 of the way to 100 episodes. Shocks me every day. Can't thank you guys enough for, just every second of your time that you give to us to listen to our dumbasses talk about sports, because we just enjoy every single second of it. So do you guys have any closing remarks?
Yeah, if you guys want to keep up with us when we don't have a new podcast out, or if you're all caught up or whatever the case may be, definitely be sure to follow us on all of our socials. We've got all the Totally Unqualified socials, whether it's the Instagram, the Twitter, TikTok, we've got all that stuff. And then if you want to follow us, if you like one of our takes specifically, you can follow us on our personal accounts as well. I am Extra Points on TikTok, Luke is Football Fan Zone, and Jake is Jake Maltese 3. So definitely be sure to do that. We appreciate it.
Overtime app. Download the Overtime app. It is sports meets social media. There's polls, there's games, there's events every single week. They keep coming out with updates. It's pretty much like Twitter. They keep updating your feed every single minute with all new, brand new sports stuff as it happens at live sports. So yeah, make sure to go download the Overtime app, and we will see you guys in the next episode.